According to Jamie Carragher, of former Liverpool defender and current ITV pundit, that Mo Salah, even though he's exceptional this season, that being an Afcon player is a disadvantage to his ambition to win the Ballon d'Or. In fact, according to Jamie Carragher, he specifically mentioned that Afcon is not a major tournament. Therefore, it is going to be a hindrance to Mohamed Salah winning Ballon d'Or. What do you think?
No, what I think Jamie Carragher meant by what he said, I don't like how the whole thing is, the whole saga is going online. It's more like we're shifting it from the idea he wanted to, put out there to now an individual attack. Now,
what idea is it?
The idea he was trying to say is that he was trying to put out is Salah needs to do more. Do you understand? If he wins the Afcon and probably doesn't win the Champions League or the league, the Afcon is not enough to get you the Ballon d'Or.
Now,
you understand?
Now,
that was why Carragher saying the Afcon is not a major trophy is, would I say, that was too harsh. But the idea is the truth. In terms of Ballon d'Or, the Afcon is not a major
now we are going to talk about two things now. First of all, the players' qualities and the tournaments or the trophies available for him. Now I'm going to start with Afcon.
Yeah.
Carragher dismissing Afcon as not a major tournament. Doesn't he have an idea how many African players leave the Premier League, leave the Spanish League, leave all the top leagues in the world,
to play
that even makes some of the teams weak? You understand? To go and play in such tournaments. Now, why did he underrate Afcon? As in, why is he saying that Afcon is not a major tournament? Going by the fact that there are players in the Premier League, quality players who leave the Premier League.
No, it's not about the players leaving Premier League. It's about the teams in the Afcon. Do you understand? Look at the teams that win the Afcon. The teams that make it to the quarterfinal, to the semi-final of the Afcon. Most of them don't even get to qualify for the World Cup. Do you understand? Morocco was just the team that broke the spell of an African team.
They eliminated two European champions.
Yes, they broke the spell of
Spain and Portugal.
Yes, now they broke the spell of Africa, getting to the semi-final for the first time since the history of World Cup. That is a very, very poor record from Africa.
All right.
When Carragher said Afcon is not a major trophy, first in regards to Ballon d'Or, not generally in football, but in regards to winning the Ballon d'Or, I don't think it's even a major thing that will get you the Ballon d'Or.
Now,
well, first, I've not finished. Hold on. If you look at the teams in the Ballon d'Or, in the Afcon, teams like Burkina Faso, teams like Zambia, these are the teams that make it to the finals in the Afcon. These teams don't even get to even qualify in the World Cup group stages.
There are a lot of European
if
teams.
Denmark plays in the Afcon, Denmark will win the Afcon.
There are a lot of European teams that they don't have the players. They don't have players playing in England. There are a lot of European teams that don't have players playing in England, Spain. As in, there are players from Liechtenstein, Cyprus, Moldova, Kosovo. You understand?
What's your point?
These are European countries that cannot even present a player that you know in the Premier League. But the Afcon that you are talking about, Burkina Faso and the rest, they have players in the top leagues.
Are you talking about players or the team? We're talking about Afcon.
When we talk about Afcon,
we talk about the teams. The tournament. We are talking about the tournament.
What makes a tournament?
I
am coming. What makes a tournament? Is it the quality of players playing the tournament? Or what? What makes a tournament? What will make you regard a tournament? Is it not the quality of the players?
What will make you regard a tournament as competitive is the teams playing it.
The teams play.
Yes.
What constitutes those teams?
Any competition, you don't get to see Liverpool, Barcelona.
I'm not talking about club side.
I want to give you an instance.
I'm not talking about club side. I'm talking about national teams.
You don't get to see these big teams. It's regarded as a very low competition. That is why when you see the Carling Cup and the FA Cup at low stages, coaches tend to use their third 11 because they are playing against minor teams. Do you understand? How you rate a competition's how strong it is is based on the teams playing it.
I am not. You don't even get my question. You say team, yes. Okay, let's look at Senegal now. Tell me one player in Senegal that is playing football in Senegal.
You mean that the caliber of players?
The caliber of players in Senegal. Let's start with Senegal, for instance.
No, most of them.
I don't want to go to. Okay, you may not know them very well. Let us talk about Nigeria.
Okay.
National team.
Yeah.
Now look at the quality at the disposal of Nigerian national
Many of them are playing in Europe.
Now, and that is how it is in Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Mali, and Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco. In fact, Morocco, you know how the players are. Now you are looking at the squad. It's just like, you know, one thing the likes of Carragher have is they have this mentality that that anything that comes from Africa is
trash.
No, is in the third world. Because if you look at the quality at disposal at Morocco, look at where their players, just get the Morocco nationality to be on display, and look at the club size where the players are playing. Look at Nigerian national team. Look at where the players are playing.
You're not even
now
point.
You are saying,
what are you saying?
Now wait.
You're talking about their performance in their club side. Talk about their performance in their country.
It doesn't matter. What matters is
talk about their performance in their country, not when they go to play when they play with De Bruyne in Man City. You compare that they are playing good. No, talk about their performance in their country. How well do they do in Egypt? How well do they do in Nigeria? How well do they do in Morocco? How well do they do in Cameroon? Not when they are playing in Liverpool.
As far as
that's what Carragher meant.
As far as I'm talking, as far as when it comes to quality of teams, all this you are saying is trash, because when teams come, you look at the quality at the disposal of that team. Now, Afcon paraded some of the best players ever paraded in this last Afcon. They paraded some of the best players. You saw players leave PSG, Man U, Man City, name them. You see players leave.
How well do they do in the national team?
I'm coming.
Don't get to the point. We're talking about Afcon. We're talking about your performance in England. Why are you debating? You're talking about their performance in Europe. No, don't do that.
You are talking about Afcon, not having quality.
Then talk about their performance in Afcon, in the national team. The national team, that's what you're supposed to be looking at.
We are not
Look
talking
at their performance in the national team.
We are not talking
how
about.
How well do they do in the national teams?
We are not talking about MLS. So. We are not talking about MLS. We are not talking about Saudi League. We are talking about Afcon. When you talk about MLS, Saudi, this is where players have gone and have retired. Most of them are not even representing their country. They are not good enough to represent their country. Now, you are talking about Afcon, where active players playing for the likes of Man U, Arsenal.
Then how well is their team in their national team?
Now the team
going to Man U and Chelsea. They are playing with international players.
I don't even know where
we're talking about Afcon here. And the performance of national teams in Afcon. That's what Carragher meant. Do you understand?
Performance of now let me come. When you are talking about Afcon getting not having quality, their performance, we watched the World Cup. Forget what you know about Afcon. Morocco eliminated Spain. Rodri. And all the players you know.
And Portugal too. They
eliminated Portugal.
Ronaldo. I know.
Good. Now Morocco made it to the semi-finals. Now this is the same Morocco that Carragher as Afcon representative is belittling like Afcon is not a major tournament.
Do you know
why they they eliminate big teams?
Morocco made it
two European champions.
Morocco made it to the semi-final for the first time in the history of World Cup. The first time an African team made it to the semi-final. That's a very poor record.
I am not going to. I don't want to go that way, because let me tell you something.
No, if when it comes to Afcon,
whether you want to believe it or not, there is no way there will be a 32-man World Cup. And there are 15 European countries in that World Cup.
Because they perform better than Africa. It's not being biased. They are not being sentimental. If Africa wins the World Cup today, their slot will increase. Don't say that. Everything is not racism, I beg.
Wait, that is the slave mentality.
If you play ball, not be slave mentality.
You cannot have a World Cup. And you have 32 teams you said will participate in the World Cup. And only you will take half of the teams coming to that. I'm coming.
How many world champions do you have in Africa? How many world champions do you have in Africa?
Don't let me forget what I'm saying. People are listening. I have 32 countries that are going to play in the World Cup. And only you take 15 out of them to come to that tournament. And you give me only 5 slots. You give other people 5 slots, 6 slots, just like that. Then, now, mathematically, even whether you want to play football or not, there is no way 15 of your teams, you are not going to get 3 to 4 teams making it to the semi-final or quarter-final. Are you getting me? While I have only one team or few teams to represent me, it is not evenly represented.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying,
Africa is cheated.
Every other continent is cheated. Are you getting me?
Africa is cheated.
Now
right?
I'm coming. When you get that kind of slot, you give to other people. and you now come to that tournament and you present 15 teams.
Yeah.
You present even teams that you know that Africa can even defeat.
Yeah.
We went to the World Cup in '94. Nigeria gave Bulgaria, even Nigeria's first outing. Bulgaria has been going to the World Cup.
Is the Bulgaria playing the World Cup today? What are you saying?
No, Bulgaria has been going to the World Cup.
Are they playing the World Cup today? Since
Nigeria
the past 10 years that I've seen the World Cup, I'm not in Bulgaria.
But before then, Nigeria have not even participated in one. Bulgaria have been going to the World Cup. Nigeria met them, gave them 3-0. Nigeria topped that group.
Yeah.
Is it a lie? We have other World Cup where Senegal topped the group, where France is. But somebody sat in his studio and decided to make not a mockery. He just talked down on that tournament because he feels that the tournament is still in the Ekeri time when development has not come to the football.
No,
I believe
it's because minor teams play the Afcon. That is just the fact. Whether we like it or not, the teams that play the Afcon
let me put it here.
If the champion of the Afcon comes out today and play against, how well do they perform when it comes to the World Club Cup? What's it called? Not World Club Cup. FIFA. What's it called?
They get to the semis.
Which semis?
They get to the as in they get to the what do they call it? I remember when Nigeria went there. Nigeria was eliminated in the semi. Nigeria was eliminated by Brazil. Nigeria got eliminated. So Nigeria played third place. I remember Nigeria played third place with Japan. Brazil went ahead to play.
When are you talking about? When Nigeria
that
won
was
the Nations
95.
Cup? No, I'm talking about when Nigeria
won the Nations Cup in 1994. Nigeria went to play the Confederations Cup in 95.
Okay.
Nigeria won their first match.
What about the Nations Cup they won in 2013?
In 2013.
Yeah.
No, they did that. That 2013.
Nigeria did not qualify.
Wait.
In the group stage.
Before
then,
remember? Wait now.
They didn't even qualify.
Wait. In 2013, the calendar have already shifted. Africa used to play then for 2 years but when Africa changed it, we now started playing 2013, 2015, 2017. Why that FIFA tournament comes in that semi like 95, 97,
what are 99. You saying? What
I get me. So I don't know when you are talking because 2013
Nigeria. Nigeria did not qualify in the group stage. They were in group I think with Uruguay and Spain, and the Uruguay and Spain both won Nigeria. Nigeria won I think Haiti. Nigeria was the only team Haiti scored 1 goal, and they celebrated like as if it was a victory. They did not even get to score Spain from Europe. They didn't get to score Uruguay from South America. They only scored Nigeria from Africa.
Nigeria not score Spain. Did Nigeria not score Spain?
Why didn't Nigeria
Has Nigeria not beaten Argentina?
Why didn't they qualify?
No, you are looking at
Afcon. Has Nigeria not World Cup? Nigeria has not won Argentina since I started watching the ball.
Okay.
Nigeria has not won Argentina in a major tournament.
Before you started watching ball, Nigeria won Argentina.
I don't know what was happening then.
To lift the.
No, whether you like it or
anyway,
not. The European competition and the South American competition is stronger than the Afcon. Whether you like it or not.
It's left for Carragher to think anyhow, or both of you should think anyhow you want to think. But what matters is that Afcon is a major tournament that once it starts now, the major teams in Europe will lose quality players. The likes of Salah will leave. The likes of
how many players will Madrid and Barcelona lose?
Hakimi will leave.
No, Madrid and Barcelona, how many players will they lose?
The likes of
Pate will go. How many players will
the likes of
lose?
Osimhen will leave.
Okay, I'll leave that.
The likes of
it is Galatasaray and Brighton.
Yamin Lamar is in Africa.
Which Africa?
Is it because he rationalizes
the Spanish player? Stop saying what
you
don't know.
No, how many white people?
I leave that one when you talk. Which are Yamin Lamar an African player?
You see the problem.
Is he going to leave Barcelona during the Nations Cup?
Benzema, Yamal. Without Africa, there is no football.
Which club? Which country are they representing?
If you don't know, forget the slave mentality that some of them have. All these players, are they not blacks?
Yeah, they are blacks. But so are they representing African teams?
See, let me conclude this. I don't blame Carragher because a lot of black players have decided to naturalize and play for Europe. So that is why he feels that they don't have quality, and that is what Mourinho was pushing then. He said that FIFA should stop these players from representing European countries. Yeah. And if that should happen, then you know that you now compare the quality of white players.
Until then, but for now,
because the best players in the world
is not compared to other nations. This league.
The best players in the world currently are the blacks.
You can't compare Afcon to the.
Now we are finished. We are finished talking about Vinicius. We have finished talking about Vinicius' best player. Now we are talking about either Mbappe or Salah or even Rafinha.
Yeah.
You don't tell me whether those people are white.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make any comparison between black and white, but I'm going to put it to the likes of Carragher that when Europe or when FIFA adopts any rule that makes anybody to represent the country of origin where he is born, you will find out that Europe where they make noise you see say una no get
Most
player.
of these players you mentioned, they were not even born in Africa. Sef. If they talk this way, they talk